Mace Windu is currently leading the clone trooper army in an all-out assault of a bridge island fortress. The droid fortress is heavily guarded with a number of infantry troopers, turrets, and guard towers, but that's not all. They also have city defenses later on in the battle, so if the bridge fortress fails, they'll have contingency plans. But the clone army is sending thousands of soldiers and multiple TX-130s to deal with the droids. In addition to that, they also have LAAT gunships providing cover fire support from the ground while disembarking troopers. Can the clone trooper army under Mace Windu manage to defeat the droids, or will they die out before mission objective is completed? If you guys do enjoy this video, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below. Now let's get into this thing. Real quick, huge thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring this video. They have literally the best deals in gaming. I use it all the time. If you like Star Wars games, Lego Star Wars for $2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 for $9. One of my favorite Star Wars games, Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, $1.70. If you want to play the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, Men of War Assault Squad 2, $3. Extremely popular games can be up to 99% off. Link in the description below. Thank you to Instant Gaming for sponsoring the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Let's get into the video. Alright then, boys, the clone troopers begin their assault on the droid bridge fortress here. Their massive onslaught of TXs pushing out while these LAATs deploy their troopers onto the battlefield. Mace Windu going up the left flank right now. We've got volleying fire coming out from these TXs and striking a number of these AATs quite nicely. The guard towers up top there, though, have some rocket troopers that are firing away. That is an overshoot by the droids, and it doesn't even get that clone killed. That's okay, they finished the job, to be fair. Also, they're striking out against the LAATs back this way, killing some stray clone troopers on the exterior of them. Clones quickly get their revenge by destroying 2 of the AATs out this way. TXs continue pushing forward. We got 2 more AATs on the far right flank over here. We've got rocket troopers from the clones firing at said AATs. They pop one right there. These TXs are almost completely non-countered on the battlefield right now, and that is going to be a massive problem for the droids, as these ones are going around the flanks of the bridge. They're not going to be able to cross over from this side. However, they can shoot at the turrets from this opposite side, which is quite nice for them. Another AAT pops right there. That is no bueno. Some of the turrets starting to fire at the clone trooper tanks, and these are very capable turrets at killing the clone trooper tanks because they are technically AA fire and explosive, so they can do some serious damage, but it does take a few more shots than if you were just firing regular rockets or AATs at them. Mace Windu's up at the top left flank over here, all on his lonesome. Grenades going out. That's usually the best way to kill any of these Jedi Knights out here. Well, this is a Jedi Master, technically, and actually, he force pushes some droids to the death right there, and more end up going down. You might notice these droids have sort of black outlines and symbols on them. They're, I believe, a part of the 1st droid division, and then the clones, I think they're a part of the 55th, I want to say. They almost look like the Volcano Legion, but not quite, because I think the Volcano Legion is technically like a... They have the Galactic Marine style armor, sort of the Snow Trooper style armor, so they're not quite that. But either way, this is a part of the Galactic Frontiers mod, which is a sub-mod for the Star Wars Galaxy at War mod, so it adds a ton of new weapons, units, skins, vehicles, etc. to the game, and some maps, so that is what this is a part of. Massive grenade goes out, knocks out Mace Windu over there, so he's in some trouble. The clones need to come forward to help him out. Right now, there is a lot of volleying fire from both TXs and clone trooper gunners back this way, so not too shabby, though they're not really managing to accomplish much. It looks like another TX tried destroying these guys over here, knocked out one of the E-Web turret gunners, but and one of these gunners here, but this gunner is still up on his turret, and that thing got absolutely smoked, but there's plenty more TXs over this way ready to help out. The clone gunners in the LAATs, they might be too far away to help out at this point, but I did see a few green laser shots, which are their weapons, firing earlier in the battle. They're just not able to fly in because let's just say anti-aircraft technology is too powerful for the droids. aka the mod does not have good LAAT support at the moment, so they're not really able to do anything on the battlefield. Alright, where's Mace at? Okay, he's still pushing forward. It's definitely dangerous for him, but the droids seem to not be shooting their turrets at him, so at least there's that. At least he's able to avoid that massive AA fire. Oh, there's some LAAT fire coming in. That's fun to see. Those actually do one-shot kill droids, so you'd be very unlucky to get hit by those right there. More droids just rounding out fire at Mace right now. The clone trooper army is not doing much to back him up, mainly because they're firing up at some of these droids over this way, of which there's only one rocket droid left alive right there. The TXs could easily cross over this way, and that's probably the best idea for the clones to do, because right now the clones are safe. The droid mortar back here is going to eventually obliterate those clones as they get closer and closer, and that's where the clone troopers will likely run into some real problems. We've got more fire over this way. I think those snail tanks were already dead though, so that isn't really doing much. Nothing's really happening over here. The TXs are all fixated over this way. The clones are all fixated over this way, and look at that spam fire going into that guard tower right there. In fact, a couple clones dying over this way. Must be from sniper shots or something along those lines. Turrets firing away over here too. Mace is very, very close to the front lines. Very dangerous and really not accomplishing much. So I don't know exactly what he's doing. He's being a little bit of a goober, I will say, at this point in time. And the battlefield remains relatively unchanged. The mortar's not really firing out yet, so it must be out of range. Those Star Wars mortars in general do not have the greatest of ranges. However, they do have extremely deadly shots once they do get into range, so they can be quite devastating later on in the battle for sure. Right now, not much is happening, so why don't we go ahead and do a little time lapse as these clones kind of slowly progress their way forward, and the droids are just shooting them up. Okay, the clones have officially entered the wheelhouse of most of the turrets and the mortar right there. So as you can see, a graveyard is beginning to form on the battlefield. Mace is still out here, so at least now he's actually useful because the clones have a nice distraction and can fire away. This got absolutely rocked by a shot right there. We love to see it, so that'll disable those two. But these two over this way, still very much so alive, and that mortar is continuously shooting the clone troopers out this way. Ooh, look at that explosive AA fire. That's devastating. The clones have got to figure something out about that. I mean, they've got multiple TXs right here, all with working HE cannons. They could easily just take them out, but right now they seem to all be fixating on the droid infantry in the back left. Also, these clones all boofed together right here. Really bad idea. That droid mortar could devastate these guys. By the way, it is getting more and more laggy on the battlefield simply because we have so many animations going on right now that it's a lot. So once some clones and some droids end up dying on the battlefield, we should be seeing a little bit less lag going forward, which is helpful, but for now it might be a little bit laggy. And look at that, the droids continue to just destroy clone after clone over this way, and they're so bunched up they can't do anything. At least the TXs start taking some shots over there. Oh my god, look at all the helmets that just exploded over here. Oh, they're disintegrating clones left and right. Guys, this is not good. Luckily, the mortar is being very dumb and shooting way ahead of the clone troopers right there, so that's not much of a problem. But everyone else is getting hit by these AA shots, and that is devastating them. This TX is moving forward. That is hopeful. It's got a clean shot over here, but it continues to fire at these droids. Why? Guys, fellas, boys, clones, figure it out, please. We're being dumb here. We're being so dumb here. This is not worth your lives. Shoot these guys, not these guys. Oh, look at the death. Oh, it's horrible, man. This is some brutality. The saddest part is we've got so many TXs left alive that are doing nothing. The tank support is not tank supporting at this moment. Oh, yo, did we kill this guy? Yes, all right, this is destroyed now. Oh, and so is this one. Okay, beautiful, there we go, finally. And I'm pretty sure the sad part is the clone infantry had to be the ones to dismount those gunners. That is pathetic. Here come the TXs. They're running over and desecrating the graves of the clone troopers right there, so that's depressing. More shots coming through this way, not really doing too much to the droids behind cover right there. This mortar can be kind of killed from this angle, but right now that's not happening. I don't really expect that to, so the best thing the clones can do is just throw caution to the wind, yeet themselves over this bridge, and death charge that mortar, because that is the next major obstacle that could cause some serious damage if it ever starts shooting in a better direction. For now, that's not really a problem because it's aiming really poorly, but it could happen at any point where it just recorrects over here and gets 30 kills in one shot. That is very possible. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse again here because the clones are derping. Okay, the clone troopers have pushed in farther. That mortar is very much so still alive. They're very lucky they haven't had mass casualties over here, and they've started to mount the bridge over this way. We should probably check in over here too, by the way. We're bumping it up a speed. These guys are still just chilling after they killed that TX, so they're fine over there. All right, TX is finally starting to help out, but was it too late? I mean, clone losses have been rather staggering, so they could have potentially kind of screwed their own people over by not firing soon enough. All right, mortar is getting some decent shots out, just nothing too crazy, so that's good for the clones at the very least. Come on, clones, you can do this. Mace is chilling right there. If he ran onto the bridge right now, that would be very good because that would draw a lot of fire and result in very few clone deaths. Massive shot going straight into the back lines of the E-Web turret back here. Let me go ahead and clip camera position so we have better looks here. That other E-Web explodes right there. Not even sure if those really did anything. Let's check it out. This one got 1 kill, and this one is totally dead, so we can't even check. Sad. This guy's got 6 kills. This guy's got none. Oh, Lord. This guy's got none. This turret is fully dead. This one is fully dead. Those ones are gone. This one has 28 kills. That one's fully dead. Wow. Okay. Pretty crazy. The mortar has 25, so that's not going crazy, but it could start to if it just really shot right here, and it's closing in on that area. So the clones got to start moving, man. They're destroying the back lines, which is good, but this mortar being alive is no bueno for them. Let's watch it. Hey, yo, the clones finally figured out how to fight in a battle and are crossing the bridge fully. Wonderful, boys. Wonderful. They're very close to being able to knock out that mortar. Let's go normal speed because I think it should be relatively smooth sailing from here. They've got a few more droids in the back here to knock out, and they're doing a decent job at it, keeping them suppressed, all that. More clones are dying, but it's not atrocious. Just kill this thing, man. If it gets one more shot right here, that's like 40 guys dead. Every single second this thing stays alive, it is a danger. You're lucky that these droids are idiots and are shooting in the dumbest possible areas. That is your godsend. That is saving your butts. All right, these clones are moving around. Where's that gonna land? Where's it gonna land? Okay, not bad, not bad. Guys, kill it, kill it. Okay, another shot. That one was a little bit worse. It's zeroing in on hitting right there and killing a ton of you, potentially even Windu. They did kill one of the gunners. Very nice. Kill the other. Just kill the other. Even throw a grenade. Whatever. Just kill him. There you go. How much damage did this thing do? These clones are so lucky. 41 kills. That's a lot of kills. It could have been way worse. This guy's got 4 now. He's just chilling in there, doing a little last stand and spraying some fire at Windu right now. As Goofy. The rest of the droids back here all have some serious veterancy too. This one's got 4 kills. This one's got 11. And this droid has 1. This droid has 1. And this droid has 1 as well. Alright, let's watch the end of the bridge fortress. And then we're going to move on to the city. There we go, just a little bit more, and this last droid will be dead. He's ended up getting 5 kills, so he was relatively impressive. And actually, we still have 2 droids doing the ultimate holdout within this bunker, getting crazy kills. This one's got 9, and this one's got 15. Dear Lord. Clones, you're choking in the dumbest ways possible. That's crazy. Just throw a grenade in there. That's all you have to do, buddy. Like, what? What are we doing here? This is goofy goober territory that we are getting into, fellas. This is straight goober territory that we are witnessing at this moment in time. If the clones end up losing to these droids, I will be so disappointed. Oh, there you go. They killed one, they rush it, and they kill the other. Good, but way too many clones died to that. Holy cow. Alright, let's go to the bridge defense now over here. And we shall see, or not bridge, we finished the bridge. We'll see what happens over this way. Okay, here come the clone troopers. Finally migrating this way. Took them long enough, and we got shots fired. Okay, bunch of them have made it around the corner, so they'll be coming soon enough. The big problem for them right now is this. That turret is going to be an issue. Also, that sniper. That guy's got some range. Everything else really shouldn't be too much. Oh, maybe the rocket launcher too. Everything else shouldn't really be a problem. They should be able to kill that stuff fairly easy, and they've got a lot of boys. They got a lot of dudes. They've also got a TX over here. Might be stuck. And then they've got 3 more over there that could potentially come over if they figure it all out. Now, this thing died, actually. That guy got shot out. And this one's still alive, so that could still get some kills. Alright, we got shots going out from both the turret as well as the rocket trooper and the rest of the troopers there. And a big rocket shot from the clone troopers impacting this, and a second one comes through, taking it out right there. So that really didn't end up being too much of a problem, but more rockets hitting more clone troopers off in the distance right there. Ooh, that was a nasty direct hit that also impacted other troopers around it. Brutal. So despite this little tiny gate to the city falling somewhat fast, they still got some serious kills on the clones, and they potentially still... Okay, never mind. They're not going to get any more with that. And these guys are all dead too. Okay, and meanwhile, this guy's just waltzing on up here. What? They keep spamming fire. This thing is dead, guys. I think you can chill. I think you can chill on that. Alright, here we go. This guy's just walking on up here. What is he doing? I have no idea. And this thing is pointed at the clouds right now, so I don't know what that thing's doing. This guy disembarked from this. Let's just put him back in there, I suppose. Alright, there's just one clone at the gate's entrance here. Alright, the rest are coming up. These guys are just shooting this thing. I don't know why. Is this thing going to move at all? Look, he disembarked this turret too. That must have been what happened, is these guys disembarked all the turrets. That's exactly what happened. They walked too close and these guys got scared and got out of their turrets. We'll put them back in the turrets because obviously that's stupid, but... Alright, now these guys are collecting down here while their friends continue to shoot up the back. Impressive, really. And here we go. First beam turret starts firing, gets a few kills, ends up dying. They shoot out the artillery trooper right there. That was not very surprising. I think those things did serve a purpose in helping kill the first couple TX-130s, but I don't think they did that much at the end of the day. Now all of these droids begin to rattle off fire. I really do like this camo on these droids. Looks pretty cool. The black markings is sick. That's one thing we never really got, was a lot of different droid legions. We got a lot of clone legions, did not get a lot of droid legions. I think more would have been cool officially in Star Wars. I know we got a few in, I think it's mostly just in Legends now, sadly, but it might be a couple canon droid legions still, but would be nice. Would be nice. These clones are getting absolutely slaughtered as they reach the crest of this little ramp here. Problem is that we've got droids off to the side over this way, inside this mini fort that is just absolutely obliterating clone troopers. Clones did do a nice job on this side, but these guys actually, they got grenaded, they dove away. I thought they died, but they're still alive. Look at that. Nice. These guys getting a kill. So even though the clones are having some serious trouble here, they're not completely petering out. As long as the clones still got some fight in them, we could see some damage being done unto the enemy, and that's what we really need. Alright, cheeky little droid grenade right there. Takes out a couple clones. Whew! Honestly, if the clones could just get their TXs up here, that'd be great. These guys are still shooting this thing. I'm just gonna delete it because, like, that's just stupid. Oh, is it this dead droids they're shooting? That's exactly what they're shooting. Okay, we'll get rid of those. That's a glitch that happens in Men of War often. I don't really know why. We've also got droids in this compound back here firing away. And then further behind them, of course, we have the wall. Although I don't think anyone except for the rocket troopers and the snipers can actually shoot from the wall right now. So it's not too big of a deal. We've also got ground units down here firing away. The clones are getting absolutely destroyed up here. This has just been death area to death area on this battlefield, but these clones, they got fighting spirit, baby. They're still getting kills every so often, so they've got a lot of potential. And again, they've got a lot of TXs. There's another one over here. There's one over here. There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. If the TXs would just actually move forward and assist the infantry, the clones could easily make a comeback here, but right now that is not happening in the slightest. I think these guys are dead. Yep, all of those troopers right there are down for the count. A couple more clones cresting up the hill here. These guys danger close. Could be grenaded, I think, from the clones while still under cover. It's just a matter of them figuring out to actually do that, which can be a little bit tricky for the AI. Intelligence, you know, artificial intelligence. And the emphasis is certainly not on the intelligence part here. These are big dum-dums. Big old dum-dums. Look how many shots went into that beam turret. That thing is mauled, man. Holy smokes. How many kills does this one have? 15! That's pretty good. This guy's got 4, this guy's got none, and this guy's got none. This guy's got none, this guy's got 3. This guy's got none, this guy's got none, this guy's got none, this guy's got none. This guy's got 2, and this guy's got none. Okay, so not a ton of droids doing crazy things. These droids inside here with like the Dooku solar speeder or whatever you call it, still chilling. He's got the vibes. He's hanging. I think this is going to be rough for the clone troopers, to say the very least. Why don't we go ahead and time-lapse for a little bit, because I'm not sure they're making it out of this one without the TX's help, and the TXs are not coming right now. Oh, that guy's actually... Wait, hold on. Droids are kind of letting them up. Oh, and that clone ruined it for everyone else by firing prematurely. And now the droids are just blasting them all to death. Inside this tree here, they're laying down, trying to take cover behind the fallen trunk. It's not a lot of cover, though, and rockets do splash damage to the boys underneath that artillery piece, and the rest over here seem to be dying. So, really no progress was made there, because that one clone decided to fire before more troopers were in position. Depressing. Alright, let's time-lapse a little bit right here. Ayo! The beam turret actually gets rocked by a rocket right there. Not bad. There's still a TX way back here. I don't think it's doing... It might be trying to artillery fire. There's also a lot of clones around the corner here doing nothing. Oh, Siri, I'm not talking to you. Be quiet. Okay. So, a little bit of progress. A couple troopers here are dead, too. So, the clones aren't out of this thing just yet, I guess. Though it's still looking pretty abysmal, I would say, for them. Let's watch their approach from over this way. Alright, boys, a few minutes have gone by and really not much is happening. Oh, these guys are actually anti-derping themselves. I was going to anti-derp rule them, but they seem to be migrating on their own, so hopefully that kind of gets them into gear. Although, these troopers just get absolutely obliterated in a millisecond, so that doesn't really work. Why don't we do an overhead of the wall defense over here? But sadly, I think unless the TXs come through, it might just be over for the clones. Yeah, guys, I think, it's just about Jover for the clones. They do have quite a number of troops over here. Let's unstick them, because I think they all got stuck in the TX. Yeah, they're freed, and now the TX is moving. This one actually did move closer. these 3 did too, but no one's gone up. Like, why? Why? Like, they can go up. They also can nudge this out of the way, I'm pretty sure. Or, like, maybe worm their way around there. I don't fully understand. It is a goofy goober. Yeah. Oh, we'll let it time-lapse a little longer. What's the harm? Just to see what happens. Alright, boys, it's been another 10 minutes, and a clone is going in again, actually. What the heck? The TX is actually right there. You know what? Nah, we're gonna keep her going. Why not? We'll just see. Yeah, boys. 20 minutes later, nothing's happened. The droids win this one by a hair. The clones, well, they took the bridge fortress, so it's at least one objective completed. And overall, half the battle is a W here. Mace is dead, by the way, right here, I believe. But the rest of the battle did not go great. RIP. Either way, guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. Be sure to click that subscribe button for more content, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to be alerted to whenever I live stream or upload. Thanks so much.